welcome to Bellydance Guru. My name's Lydia. In this video, we're going to be starting with hip blocks and sharp hip movements. This is really my personal favorite. These are great. It's really the foundation of a lot of things in belly dancing. Hip blocks, you really want to pay attention to the mechanics, because if you don't do hip blocks right, they never really look good, but if you do get them, they're awesome, and it's a foundation for your shimmy too, so you want to pay attention to these. So we're going to do posture again. Keep those knees nice and soft, legs hip width apart, lower stomach muscles engaged, especially in this movement. So to lock the hip to the side, what we want to do is we want to straighten the leg on the side that we're locking towards. Make sure not to lock the knee or anything. We just want to use that leg to push the hip up. And tuck that stomach, keep it locked, lock the glute, and that you'll engage that thigh muscle in it too. That's what's going to make it look nice and sharp. Okay, and then we lock the other side. Lock. Now this opposite leg really isn't taking any weight, so you can come up on the toe if you want to, whatever feels natural. We just want to keep these movements nice and deep and keep those knees moving and soft. So we push this hip up, lock the glute to that side, keep those stomach muscles engaged. And this is what it will look like. Now you want to make sure that you're not thinking about throwing the hip to the side in this movement, because you're going to overextend that hip joint muscle, and it's not proper in the movement. It's going to look like this if you throw it to the side too much. But the hip block should be nice and tight. You should think of the hip joint kind of coming up diagonally towards the inside of your body, so you're keeping them nice and tight right on the inside of your body. We're just lifting, 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 just like that. Keep those stomach muscles real nice and tight. That's going to really work on the lower stomach. And we just want to keep the chest just kind of floating above the body. It should be nice and relaxed. Keep those shoulders relaxed. You can keep your hands by your hips. You can go to the side. You can lift them out. Whatever feels comfortable right now. We're not going to talk about the hands too much. But just keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Now we can do them, practice, it's nice and it warms up the hips, wonderful, do it as long as you want. It's a great warm-up. So from the hip blocks, another sharp hip movement that we're going to do is lifts and drops. This movement in belly dancing, you'll also see it a lot. It's similar, but you're going to work the side of the body a little bit more. So we're actually going to lift one foot for this movement. This is one of the movements too. I'm going to tell you what to do with your arms. We can lift that back arm, because you're going to really get that shape and you're going to elongate the outside of your body a little bit more in this movement, and then you can keep this arm down. So what we're going to do is we want to lift the hip up by pushing down in the ground. We're going to keep the ball of the foot on the ground. It's not going to take a lot of weight, but we're going to push up with it, because that's the action you want with your hip. And then when you drop, you're going to take the weight off of that leg and just relax. Really let it drop deep. Bend that outside leg more. That's holding your weight. That's going to make that drop look dramatic. So it's going to drop the hip down, lift the hip up, drop the hip down, lift the hip up. Engage those oblique muscles. Just like that. Just like you're sitting down and relaxing on that drop. Let's do the other side. So we're going to lift by pushing into the floor. Keep that weight low. Lift up and drop. This is a fun move. It's really great. It's got a nice shape to it. On the drop, you can actually kick that leg out if you want to. I suggest keeping the foot down now, but you can practice different things. Lift and drop, lift, drop, lift, and drop. So those are your lifts and drops. Great movement to practice. When you do those, you're really on that supporting leg. You're really going to work that thigh muscle. If you do them for very long, you'll feel the burn. Trust me. You can do them lower too to work that muscle. Really great exercise. So another movement in belly dancing, it just shows you all different ways to move your hips. And this one's going to feel probably a little bit more natural to you. All we're going to do is we're going to twist the hips. So keep those feet level when you twist. We're just going to take one hip, twist it forward, and then the other hip and twist it forward, just like the twist. Now try and keep that chest in one place, keep it relaxed. It's going to move a little bit, but you just want to think of kind of floating it above the body so that the movement is really about the hip. This is great. It really stretches those stomach muscles out. It's great practice. Now, we can actually do this movement a little bit faster. It really makes your coins dance. You can do this movement while you're moving. Just take time with it. Stay relaxed. Don't forget to breathe and have fun. And those are pretty much our sharp hip movements, our foundation movements for belly dancing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Practice the moves, have fun with them, and I will see you in the next video.